It's an overhand loop. One and done. And pull it back, open it up for more room on the inside. Time for another midweek video, and I'm thinking 3 simple shelters that you need to know. Let's get to it. All right, so my continued effort to make things simplified to the point where it's so easy that a child can do it, we're going to attempt to do 3 shelter configurations today using nothing more than a roll of bank line. Now that could be paracord, whatever you choose. Pick some cordage and go for it. Now the tarp is going to be a military poncho. You can use one of those emergency blankets from Self-Reliance Outfitters or the Arcturus ones from Amazon. Either one will suffice. They're both 5 foot by 7 foot in length and will actually provide enough coverage for you when you need it. So let's get to it. Let's start off with the basic lean-to. Now I'm choosing a military poncho because of the versatility of it. Simply put it over my body and stay dry. Put it over my gear, cover firewood, turn it into some type of tarp, tent, shelter. That's what we're going for, okay? So I want this. It's a one and done. Now, I'm not saying just carry this. I'm saying if I had one choice, a emergency blanket or this, I'm gonna choose this. So for this, we're taking one end of our cordage. All we're gonna do here is I'm gonna make a small bite in it like this. And we're gonna just wrap it around, make a loop, and then just push it through there. It's an overhand loop. One and done. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Simple overhand loop. Now I showed you that because a lot of people who start talking knots, they get jittery, start sweating, trying to move all quick, thinking that they're going to just wrap it like this and it will work, and they spend hours and hours of frustration trying to figure it out. I'm not saying it's okay to not learn knots. What I'm saying is, if crap were to hit the fan and you found some materials and you halfway remember knots, do you want to spend an hour and a half, 2 hours out there burning calories and frustration when you can simply do an overhand loop? We're talking about a ridge line for a shelter. You're not securing stuff down in the back of a pickup or tying down a heavy load. It's going to support a tarp. So in that case, an overhand loop will suffice. Simply go around the tree, push a piece through that loop. The fact that you're tying around a tree, you're going to find a stick on the ground or a stick from that tree. So there's no need to do anything else. Place it in there, push it towards a tree. Done. Now before I raise my ridge line up, I'm going to take my corner, make a small bite in my ridge line, and simply pop it through that corner. And once again, we're tying to a tree, so toggles or small branches are everywhere. To simply place it inside there in an angle, and we're going to pull it tight. Do the exact same thing to my opposite corner. Now on this side right here, you can do several different things, but why overcomplicate it? I was taught an improvised trucker's hitch. It's the exact same thing as a trucker's hitch, except for the loop that you tie can be removed. So it's improvised. It's not an actual trucker's hitch. I'm going to go around this tree. We're going to tie our loop right here. The same thing we did at the opposite end, we're going to do again. We're just going to twist it over, lay it down, and pull it through. There's my loop. From here, we're taking our short end, we're going to pass it through that loop, and we're going to simply pull it towards my tree. From this point right here is a natural stopper for your thumb. I'm going to pinch both lines together, not one, both lines together, and just hold it. We're going to drape this over, reach inside here, and pull it towards my thumb and finger. Then simply shorten it up. This bite right here keeps it from moving, and all you really got to do is tug on it a little bit, and it is completely pulled 100% tight against your ridge line. What I found here over the years is tying different types of hitches and loops, and however long you make that loop it wants to pull itself away from the ridge line. So that corner might be locked down. This side over here is going to be pulled away. It's not in line with anything. This way it's in line, it's 100% attached, and it's not going anywhere. And again, we're 100% in line and attached to that ridge line. Now the trickiest knot you're going to have to learn here is a simple square knot. I'm going to place this over top here, right over my left, go underneath. Now the left over the right, and pull it through here. And tighten it down. Simply place your loop through the grommet hole and then back through itself, creating a lark's head knot. One and done. And now simply stake it out. So with this, you're attached to the ridge line. It's not pulled away. It's not moving or going anywhere under tension. And the best part of a poncho, I could roll that hood up into a ball or put an overhand knot in it and then pull it back, open it up for more room on the inside. So same thing. I'm just going to raise my ridge line up a little bit. About right here. Grab, twist, lay down, pull through towards my tree. Put this inside. Here we go. Now I'm going to pinch this together, drape it over. All we did was run our toggle through our bite inside of our grommet on one corner of our tarp. When I come to the opposite end, I'm going to stay in line with my ridge line. I'm going to grab the opposite so we're in a diagonal, and I'm going to simply pull it tight and stake it out. Because you have this hood, it's going to want to pull down like this. If you had a regular 5x7 emergency tarp, you'd be done. So because I have the hood, I can twist it, pull it up, and attach it to the ridge line or the tree. The last configuration I'm going to show you is an A-frame. For that, we're going to simply lower this down to my knees on both ends and find the center point or the center grommets and then stake her out. And drape it over top. There's our middle grommet right there. We'll get a second grommet over there, and same thing, put a bite and a toggle through that grommet. Alright, for something this small, like a 5x7 tarp, or in this case a poncho, I want to get that bad boy as close as I can to the ground. Okay, there's something called flying a tarp, where it's 1 to 2 or 3 feet off the ground. And in my opinion, that's great for large tarps. Something this small that provides a small footprint like this, I've never been a fan of that, and here's why. First thing is sunlight. If the sun's up in the sky and it moves, the shade pocket underneath is going to move with it. So you could be laying underneath here and this tarp be 3 feet off the ground and you're in full view of the sun. In my opinion, that's pointless. Okay. Second is the simple fact that if it were to rain and the wind blew the rain, it's going to go right inside this thing. All right. You don't have 10 feet of coverage where you can hunker back. You have 3 feet and that is it. Okay. So I want this thing to the ground. It's also perfect for stealth camping. All right. So again, simple ridgeline, improvised trucker's hitch, popping a bite through with a toggle, and you're doing this bad boy at knee height. Again, this is no ways to step on anybody's toes. If you want a pre-made ridgeline, I'm all for that. I carry a version of one, It's faster, you can get things done. But those that struggle with knots, those that don't take the time to practice and get it damn near perfect, I wanted to give you another option. Okay, and as you've seen, just using this ridge line right here with that toggle and that bite, it's not slipping, it's not going anywhere. Okay, the secret lies in the improvised trucker's hitch. You make that tight, this will never move. You stake it out properly, it will always be sloped and never sag. Okay, and it takes a matter of seconds. So if you truly had no ridge line made before you left somewhere, you could do something like this and be comfortable. With that, all the gear in my videos can be found in 3 places. 1, my Amazon influencer page, and 2, my Self-Reliance Outfitters influencer page, and now 3, my Etsy page. All 3 links can be found inside my description box. Now please do me a favor, hit that like and subscribe button, then ring that notification bell. Once you ring that bell, please select all notifications. And as always, thank you for your comments, views, and support. Thanks for watching. Get out in the field, have some fun. I'm going to catch you next time.